Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T at Home, and welcome back if you're a regular viewer, and if you're new, good to have your company today. This is a sort of follow-up video from my previous one where I spoke about the trials and tribulations of your hair. I have, as you can see, a fairly short hair. It's cut in the style that millions of us have got, with the shorter back. I had it cut quite recently. It's also dyed. I just use a box colour on it. I don't really know what colour it would be underneath now, probably some sort of unappealing grey. I think there's a lot of lovely appealing greys out there. I just don't think my hair is quite up to that. I think it's, well, anyway, I don't really know because I haven't seen my natural colour for ages. But by and large, my hair is quite well behaved with what I need to do on a daily basis to it. Just to briefly say, I don't do anything fancy with it. I just wash it in the shower. I put some conditioner on, don't use anything particularly fancy. I use something like a Dove shampoo or sometimes a supermarket shampoo. And I also use Head and Shoulders because I get a bit of a dry patch on my scalp every now and again, so I like to use Head and Shoulders because it seems to take care of that. I showed you in my last video a couple of products I bought to use today. One was a mousse, another was a volume dry shampoo, and the other one was a hairspray. They were all this type. They were all branded by Sainsbury's, and I think, well, that was £2, so they're not fancy. And the only other thing I regularly use, but not always on my hair when I blow dry it, is a VO5 volume spray, which is actually, I just noticed, has nearly run out, but I don't always put it on. It's supposed to give you obviously a bit of volume, which is kind of what I want. My shoulder is quite, oh sorry, my doorbell's going. I don't know, you just get into your flow and then your doorbell goes, but it was my radiator cover, so I'm quite excited about that. Yeah, my shoulder's been quite sore lately for the past few months actually, and although I don't have a lot of hair, the blow drying of it with a hairdryer, separate hairdryer and a brush is becoming a bit much really. Poor old thing, aren't I know. So I just thought I'd try and look for some alternatives of maybe what I could do to kind of retain this shape but make it a little bit fuller, as I'm very happy with the haircut I've got, or even make it look a little bit different on occasion. Now the first thing to be said really is just to show you what I've got, the four things I've got to show you. Now one I'm not going to use because I mentioned this in my previous video. It's one of these things. I've used this before and it works perfectly well, but it's just too much for me to go round my hair and produce all the little curls that you need to. The thing with this is it's a Babyless product. I should have looked up what it's called, but I expect loads of you have seen other YouTube people using these. So the idea is you heat it up, always use this side towards your head so you kind of get a bit of hair. You put your hair in and then you shut it and press a button and it twiddles inside and it comes out nice and curly for that sort of straggly curly look. And that's great. I struggle with the dexterity of this. It's quite a heavy product, and really I don't think my hair's long enough at the moment for it anyway. I think I'd look a bit stupid. Maybe this bit wouldn't be so bad, but I think it'd look a bit funny round the back. It wouldn't, and I don't have anyone to do my hair for me most of the time, so I do have that, and I sometimes use that on my granddaughter's hair. They've got long hair and it does look nice, but I seldom use it because it's just too problematic for me. So the things I actually got for the purposes of today's video, I'm going to try 3 different methods. The first thing was Velcro rollers, and I've sent off for these. I got these, where did I get these? I think I got these from Amazon. It was just the easiest place to buy them from. I did look in other places, and other places sell them, but I wanted them quickly as well. And I think you get 24 rollers of varying sizes. They come in plastic, or is it plastic? Yeah, kind of a plastic bag, and they're made of plastic, so I didn't really think about that, so that's not wonderful. But they are varying sizes. You get 4. Let's see if I can pull this one out. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing this very well, am I? Sorry, apologies. Well, this one's, is that? Oh no, is that supposed to be in there? Oh dear, I don't know if this is stuck or whether, I thought that was another roller, that yellow one inside, but it seems to be a bit stuck. It's a marvellous start, isn't it? Oh yeah, there we are. So you've got the 4 sizes. And I did I've only opened a packet of these things this morning, so, you know, I suppose they will stay in my hair all right yet. I gather these things are to give you a bit more volume, which is ideal for me. This is what I want. Whether that volume stays in or not, because my hair is I've got quite a lot of hair, but it's very fine, so it doesn't really hold its shape that well. So I'm going to try these, and with these you get the crocodile clips to keep them in place if you want them to. So, and these were about, they were £7 something for the 24. Oh, and you get a little tail comb in there as well. So let's just turn this light on. Well, it doesn't really make any difference, does it? So yes, I'm going to give those a try. I don't know which I'm going to try first, but anyway, that's that. The second thing I bought was one of these things, and I looked long and hard at these, and I thought, would that be the answer for me? I've seen tutorials of people using these, and it looks so easy, and they get the result. Some of them have got similar looking hair to me, and they do get a result. Now, how true, truthful or realistic is that, I don't know for me. But I'm going to give it a go. This is a Revlon One Step Style Booster, round brush dryer and styler. Now that kind of appeals to me with my sore shoulder situation. I got this from Argos, and this was about £35. I think it had been reduced by a few pounds. I don't know if that's because it's not very good and it's not selling, or whether it's just my lucky day. And I think basically what you do, I think you can dry your hair with this more or less completely, or just, towel dry or blast it with your hair dryer and then finish with this. So I'm going to have a go with that. I'm hopeful. I see women using a very big brush, but I chose one that was roughly the same size as the hair styling brush that I use at home, on a daily, I don't wash my hair every day, a semi-daily basis. So this is roughly the size of my brush, I would say. So I've not kind of looked into the instructions, but I'm guessing you plug it in and you switch it on. It's probably, yeah, it looks like it's got 2 speeds. So we'll be finding out about this together. So yeah, that's the Revlon styling brush. And the third thing I've decided to give another go to after many years of abstinence is heated rollers. Now these were the most expensive thing to buy. They're a bit like an old friend to me, heated rollers, and I'm in my early 70s, and I'm sure that there are many of you who watch this channel who are similar age to me will have had a set of these when you were younger. They were like hen's teeth to buy, to be fair. I couldn't find them in any shops I went in. I'm not saying they don't ever sell them, but the ones I went in, I couldn't find any. And I struggled a bit with choice online. There was only several sets of these. There wasn't a massive choice. So these are Babyless again, and you've got obviously when you plug them in, the red light, comes on this roller here, and when it's reached its temperature, it goes white, I believe. Oh dear, little booklet thing's fallen on the floor. yeah, I haven't looked in depth at these. This looks like obviously the on and off and the temperature, I would say, but I need to check in the instruction book. Now these were, if they work, they were a bargain. I haven't even tried to plug them in yet. I got them from Amazon. I'd seen these in online in both Currys and in Argos, and one of them charged £60 and one charged £59.99. So Currys was a penny cheaper. But I found these on Amazon and they were £47. Now, I don't know whether that's a good buy or whether I've opened myself to a load of trouble here and they're going to catch fire or something. But the plug looks all right. Let's have a look, see. Keep out of reach of children, consumer helpline on there. I'm kind of hoping they're all right, but if I don't make the rest of this video, you'll know where I've gone. So I'm going to try the 3 types. I don't know which to do first. I'm going to go and wash my hair, and then I'm going to have a think about it, and I'll come back to you and we'll see where we go from there. So see you in a bit. Right, I'm back. I've had a shower and washed my hair, and I've put my clothes on because obviously you wouldn't want to see anything too horrible, but I didn't want the bingo wings showing when I'm moving my arms around. So my hair has I got out the shower and I've been mooching about for about 15 minutes and it's still wet, damp. So what I'm going to do is give it a blast with my actual hair dryer. I think I'm going to try this first. And just before I move on, because you know I'm a bit of an idiot with just telling you things and giving you information, the heated rollers, they've got 10 of these things, but they've also got a load of these little clippy things, which they're the things I'm more familiar with using back in the dark ages when I used to use them before. My hair dries really noisy, so I'll try not to keep it on for very long. I really like this hairdryer, by the way. I've had this donkey's years and the brand is Parlux, and everybody that borrows it for whatever reason says it's a really good hairdryer. I mean, you know, we're only asking it to do one job, aren't we? Dry your hair. But it's quite quick, and yeah, I quite like it. So I don't know if they still make them. I don't know if they're expensive. Somebody got me it for a gift. So right, I'm just going to give my hair a bit of a blast. Sorry about the noise, but what can you do? You can always turn your volume down on your device. I don't know if that is dry enough. See, this is what my hair goes like when it's wet. It's this sort of wavy thing, and you think, oh, maybe I should leave it like that, but it just doesn't dry like it. It looks really weird. I'm thinking what I'm going to use with this thing is the mousse. I haven't used mousse for years, but I seem to remember you put a golf ball size bit in your hand and kind of work it in. So I'm going to do that and give it a little bit more of a blast, and then I'm going to move on to this. I'm a bit worried about this though, because I've just tried the heat settings and they're not very, they don't kind of make sense to me, but there we are. We're off to a good start. Right. Oh, hang on. Oh! Well, that went well, didn't it? I've got a massive, great... oh, it went everywhere. Massive, great big golf ball here. Right. Just put that in the bin. Right, I think you just do this, don't you, with mousse? Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Now, the brushes I usually use on my hair are, this is the blow drying one. I've got one of these things. So basically when I'm in the shower, I use that when I put the conditioner on, and then I rinse my hair. Some of these tutorials I've seen say you use a wide tooth comb for brushing your hair out, so I'm just using that. It's just a shower comb. Then I use this brush on my hair, and I use this this blow drying brush. So it's kind of similar to the size, and that's what I was thinking. I'm used to that size. Right, so just going to turn this on again. Now, so I think the next thing to do is to kind of section it. I saw a lady on a video sort of brushing the hair across her face, sort of, I suppose using the shape of her head, but I don't know. I don't feel very confident about doing that. Right, so let's, oh my goodness, this isn't anything to do with the products, it's just my hair. What shall I use? I think I'll use these crocodile things because I've only got a couple of these sorts of doodahs. So, right, let's take this bit of hair up. I'm sorry if this is fairly laborious for you. I don't know, if you're quite good at hair, you'll probably be thinking, oh my God, what's this old dear going on about? But, right, now, I just need my, sorry, I'm not, it's got a hairy nose. Now this has got, like I say, they're not very sort of intuitive to me, these, the on and off thing and the temperature thing. So I don't know if you can see this on here. Hopefully I'm showing you the right bit, but it's basically got an off, then it's got a snowflake, which I would take to be cold or at least cool, then a 1 and then a 2, so I would expect that to be hotter and then very hot. But I don't know how noisy this is, I can't remember. Let's have a go. Right, so the first position, the snowflake, sorry, it's not very easy to turn off, is not cold or cool. I think it's quite warm. Then the second position is obviously slower and quite hot, and the third just far too hot for me. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to try this. I'm going to go for the oh God, where are we? I'm going to go for the, not the snowflake, the next one up, and see how I go. Sectioned my hair properly. these little things that kind of annoy you when you wear glasses. Now, you know, I need glasses for reading and, well, you know, distance views. I don't think I'm completely blind, but sometimes it feels like it. So this instruction is impossible for me to even locate on this stick when I haven't got my glasses on. So I suppose once you get used to using this, you'll instinctively know maybe where the bits are. I mean, obviously on my hairdryer I know how many clicks to go to cool and whatever. Yeah, it's kind of a two-hand job. So I'm going to try that just to prepare you. I'm going to go on that noisy one again. This is the snowflake setting. I'm aware that I'm not showing you terribly well what I'm actually doing, but I'm kind of doing this down the back of my hair because it's shorter obviously than the front, so it's more difficult to get hold of it, but it seems to be going all right, I think. Right, let me try doing a bit of this just to see. So if I thin this out a bit. I suppose I should do my fringe, shouldn't I? Although, yeah, let's try my fringe. I'll try it on that first setting, so either do your volume or put your fingers in your ears. I'm thinking really what I should have done was done the lower bit a bit flatter, pulled it down rather than out, but you know, it's all practice, I suppose. Right, let me get this bit at the back of my sort of parting really. Which it says your crown's at the front, I don't know what this is. Or is that your crown? Let's get rid of this clip because that's, I'm going to put that there for a minute. I have to say, I don't think it's bad at all. You've got to get used to, oh, hang on, got to get used to using it. Noise alert. Too hot, whatever that was, whatever I was on was boiling. It must have been this third position. Right, I should do this side bit really, because when I dry my hair, I do have normally I have a kind of a system. I tend to start this side and do this side first and then work its way round, so my hair's falling out everywhere. Let's just take a bit of the weight off of this and see. Got a bright red face now. Oh, sorry, I don't know if there's, I suppose I should speed this up or something, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. You can always fast forward, can't you? And I will. I won't make you watch it all. I'm just kind of trying to show you what I'm doing, and let's just give this last bit a go. Let's do this bit. Keep doing that. Right, I'm going to, so you can, oh dear, that sort of looks a bit wrong, doesn't it? If I turn round a bit, I can't actually see myself what this looks like, but if you can see so far. Now, this obviously isn't a new hairstyle. This particular gadget is to kind of make what I normally do a bit easier. I can't really see that it's doing that because, well, of course, what I do normally is I dry my hair and then I would clip it and then I'd be doing this and holding the dry. So I suppose at least you're holding just one thing, so that's the advantage. Although, and this isn't really heavy, but I can see that a lot of people, especially older people who have got even less, I mean, I have movement in my arm, it's just a bit sore, but people that are having shoulder or potentially back problems might struggle with something like this. But I don't actually think it's too bad. So I'm going to stop the video for a minute and then, well, it'll only be seconds to you, and just finish it, and then I'll show you how it's turned out. Hopefully, well, you can always rewind how my hair was at the beginning of this video. I have to say, the caveat with that is it wasn't how I would normally present myself on one of my videos. I'd been caught in the rain a couple of times yesterday, and I'd slept on it last night, like you do, and some of it was sticking out, and I just stuck it down because I had to take my dogs out to the dog groomers this morning, so it was all a bit of a rush. So I just showed you that my hair as it was this morning, which isn't usually how it looks. Well, I like to think it looks a bit better normally when I do my videos. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute. I really hope you can see this. So it's not great, but I just think it kind of, she says, I think it kind of looks just natural. I don't know what you think. I don't think it's too bad. I'm fairly, if I put my glasses on I can see what I'm doing then. I don't think it's too bad, and I think with a bit of practice I might you know, get the hang of it and might be able to get a bit more out of it. But that's the first time I've ever tried anything like that, and I don't feel like I've really got to straighten it. At least I think it's a bit fuller than it would normally be. Right, let's just stop this. Right, I'm back now. Some time has passed, and I'm going to try these heated rollers. I was wondering about putting something in before I started putting them in. I mean, something in my hair before I started putting the rollers in. And I don't think I'll bother. I'll just see how they go. So, right, now I'm going to just do what I see other people doing. So I'm going to start with a bit at the top. I haven't put a roller in my hair for such a long time, well, apart from that one I tried this morning. So I'm going to start with the biggest ones. See how I go. And try this thing. Oh, I don't know that that's particularly in very well. Let me try that again. I'll try one of these things. That feels a bit better. I'm not going to put one in my fringe. Oops. I think last time I put these, you know, use these things, I probably had better eyesight. As I say, did I say I'm using the biggest ones at the top first? No, that's wrong, isn't it? Oh dear. Do you know, this is harder than I thought. Perhaps I need damp hair, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it on this and see what happens. Let me just, sorry, adjust this one. Right, then there's one. I could try and put one at the back here. I wonder if a big one will fit. I mean, it kind of makes sense to do the bigger ones and then the smaller ones at the sides, but I'm not really sure on the best way of doing it. God, they're hot. On my finger more than my head. Right, let's see. Put one here. Let's actually Right. I'm going to try for a big roller here. Perhaps a bit higher. My fringe is in the way a bit as well. I heated these up for about 10 minutes before I put them in. There is a little, as I said to you before, there's a little colour thing on there that it turns white when they're the right temperature. Let's try this thing. That's not very good, is it? Let's try this bit first, that might be easier. I might be stuffing too much hair in, I'm not terribly sure. But we're going to give it a try. See what happens. Everyone that I've seen doing these on tutorials, they just stick them in really easily. There we go, let's see. Is that better? I don't know why I'm struggling with this so much, I shouldn't do. Right. Try this. Not that it's making a great deal of difference to what I'm doing, but these clip things aren't terribly strong. Right, let's try this. Got a couple of mirrors on the go here. I'm just going to have to leave it like that. I'm not having a great deal of success with getting all the hair in. I wouldn't have said this was a particularly big bit of hair, but right. Let me try a couple on this side. As I said, with the heated brush, you won't have to sit and watch me do this all over my head. I'll just do a couple more, then I'll turn this off and I'll show you how I've got on at the end. You know, when I've got all the rollers in, if they stay in. No, I don't think that's in the right place, is it? My dogs have come back from their groom. They look ever so nice, really, really pretty. I might take a picture of them and I should do you a before and after. We can have a proper old hair day in this house. So you can see what mine looks like and see what my dog's hair looks like. Did I put a big roller in there? I think I did, didn't I? I think, as I say, I think probably hair that was a little bit more, was going to say a little damper, but no, that wouldn't really be the answer, would it? Yeah, I didn't know, as I say, I didn't really know what to put in, so we're just having to go with this for the moment. Right, there's that one. Right, I'm going to switch the camera off and I'm going to put a few more in and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so these are all in. I've been sitting here for a while. They're quite, you know, they're not put in very well. I can always, in future, if I like what the effect is, I can always fiddle around with the size of the roller in the position of my hair. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've used 12 rollers. I've left this bit because I don't know, I wasn't really sure whether to put anything in there, and it's a bit fiddly, and when the rollers are hot and they sit on your neck, it's not much fun. I also sprayed over some hairspray. I don't know why, but I thought while they were still warm, maybe that would be a maybe it might help in some way. So right, I'm going to take them out now. So here we go. This is the first one I put in. Dun, dun, dun. Put them back in the right place afterwards. I mean, yeah, they're basically quite chilly. Not chilly, they're very cool now. Can't imagine that the back's going to look very good because I think there's probably gaps around there. Right, I think this is the last one. Right, I'm going to leave those for a couple of minutes just before leave my hair for a couple of minutes so that you know, I don't start brushing it too quickly. While I just pop these, might as well just pop these back in the container. So they've definitely curled. I can feel like there are some curls around the back, but I fully suspect that there will be gaps and it will look a bit weird. But like I say, I'll just have to kind of work on it, and if I want to use these again. But I might just end up looking like Shirley Temple or something and just not bother. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too negative. Just putting these back in the right. So these are quite easy to put back in the right place and everything. So let's move those out of the way. So, right. Now I've got two mirrors here in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. So I've got one this side and one that side. So if I show you the back of my head before I touch it, so you can see, I've obviously had a look yet. Oh, creep. Let's see. Ooh. I'm hoping you can see this. So that's before I've touched it. And I'll turn around this side a bit. got a mirror here, so none of this is easy for me. I don't know, can't really see. Right, I don't actually know what I want it to look like, so it's all a bit strange. So if I'm going to have to put my specs on because I can't really see what I'm doing otherwise. So let's do this. This thing's gone a bit weird here. Now, I don't know, will it ever look any better than this? Will it ever go into any sort of style? I mean, I don't even know what style I want it to be, but I suppose it's a bit of a different shape. I mean, I've got my wide tooth comb here. Does this do anything for it? Does it make it look better or worse, I wonder? I think it probably looks better with a bit more definition of curls in it, to be honest. I think I might have just ruined it. I don't know. What do we think? I will show you the back. In fact, I'll stand up and it's probably easier if I do it that way. We've kind of got this sort of curly bit here and this bit, sorry, there's, I don't know if you can hear screaming, there's children going home from school past my house. I don't know what you think really. Let me know. So my plan is I'm going to record the next bit in the morning. So that's the Velcro rollers. Of course that's not going to be a style change, that's going to be just my hair, but see if I can get a bit more volume in it. So that'd be, I'm quite looking forward to that, giving that a try. Yeah, let me know, obviously you will. Well, I very much hope you'll let me know in the comments what you think about all of these different methods. I don't know, I think this is, dare I say, I think this looks a bit aging, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. And if I had longer hair, it might look more froofy, I don't know. But yeah, it's quite an interesting experiment. I'm enjoying doing it, so I will see you on the next bit. Right, I'm back again. It's actually the following morning. I've kept this top, I've put this on again for continuity. So today is the last how do I curl my hair, can I make my hair look any different, using these Velcro rollers. I bought a set on Amazon for £7 something. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 20, there's how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 rollers in the collection of different sizes. These are the sizes, 4 different sizes. Now my hair, I haven't done anything to it this morning. It's I left it with the Margaret Thatcher do last night. It did kind of drop quite a lot during the evening and I slept on my hair, and I was going to wash it again this morning, but I thought I've watched quite a few tutorials on these Velcro rollers, and no one says you need to wash your hair beforehand. People are putting products in though, and I thought, well, I did think about putting either the dry shampoo in to give it a little bit of extra body before I put the rollers in, and then I thought, I've seen people put all different things in. I don't have anything specifically to roll in, if there is something to put in my hair before I put rollers in. But what I did, I showed you this yesterday, and this is the VO5 Volume Blow Dry Spray. So you are supposed to use it on wet hair, which is what I normally do when I use it, but I only had about an inch or so in there. An inch in centimetres is an inch, I don't know, a couple of centimetres maybe. So what I thought I'd do, because I've got to buy a new one of these anyway, I've topped it up with, well, about 3/4 the way up with water, because I did think about putting this straight into my hair when it's dry, but then I thought it might be really, really sticky. So I've watered it down a bit, and I'm wondering if that might do the job. I don't know if this is a stroke of genius or a stroke of madness. Anyway, so as I say, I haven't done anything to my hair today. This is how I woke up this morning with it. I've just brushed it to get any product, because I did use some hairspray in it yesterday. I don't normally brush my hair with this, but I've left the other one in my bedroom. So it's kind of this shape at the moment, and I suppose it's just has got as much body as it normally has. So, you know, I don't think any of the body is really left in it from yesterday's shenanigans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for it. And then when I've got the rollers in, however, I don't know which size to use, and I don't know which way in to put them, so I'm just going to wing it. And then I'm going to spray this in beforehand, and then I'm going to use my dryer on it. Don't worry, I'm frightened this video is going to be hours long. It seems like I've been doing this for days now. Well, I suppose I have. So I'm going to cut this as short as I can, but just to get us started. So this is just water and whatever the stuff is that's in the volume, oh God. Honestly, this is just such a nuisance. Volume blow dry spray. So let's have a... I did think of just putting some clear water in, just emptying the bit of stuff out that was left, and seeing if that worked, but then I thought, oh, let's just go for it, shall we? Oh, look at this. Alright, brilliant. I'm not sure if that's enough, so what I'm going to do is kind of, there's my parting. Right. I'm going to start off with my glasses on, because it's just quite tricky without. Right, so I'm going to start at the back with, I'll see if I can get the biggest roller on this piece of my hair. This comb came with these rollers, so I'm not sure if I'm putting too much hair in. I think I probably am, so I'll take a bit out. Right, so let's see if this one works, or if it's going to be too big or too much hair. Don't know, might have to go back to that one. Right, then I think I'm going to go for a bit on this side of my parting. Because as I say, this is the next size down. The curl did drop out fairly quickly of the Margaret Thatcher do, and indeed when I did the, what was it I did first of all? Oh, the blow dry. God, this thing. So I'm wondering if, I'm hoping this might keep a little bit more body in it. So that was the middle, the sort of second size down, and then I think I might try this one, which is the third size roller on there. It's quite good the way they stay in. This one I'm going to take, I think I've put gone too much over that way, so I'm just going to take a bit of hair out of that one and put that back in. Right, and then I mean, this might look like a right old sticky mess when I've done, but we'll wait and see. So I'm going to take the top bit here and I'm going to try this size again, which is the second size. You know, all these things I'm trying, I can't say enough how, you know, I'm really not used to doing this sort of thing anymore. I just wash my hair, blow dry it, and if it sticks out a bit I stick a straightener on it. That is the extent of it, really. I think that might be a bit big, but never mind, we'll go with it. Yeah, so you know, but I am hoping this might work to keep the curling a bit longer. That's that. What size did I just put in? Was it blue or? Oh no, I wanted this size again. I mean, people just make this look so easy on these tutorials, and I even watch sort of older people and people who I think, oh, they're probably just the same as me, I haven't got much of a clue, but they whip these things in and you think, oh my god, what's wrong with me? Right, this one I think I'll try, try a purple. I'm trying to lift my hair a bit, so so it kind of lifts the root. And I'm just going to put one here, and then I'm going to switch the camera off and I'll do the rest of them, and then I'm just going to put one of these in and I'll come back to you. This is a lovely flattering angle to be at, isn't it? Right, see you in a sec. Okay, I've got them all in. I'm not doing anything with my fringe because I think if I put a roller in it, it'll just, I don't think it'll achieve anything. I suppose I could try and roll it up and back, but I don't think so, not for the purposes of this anyway. So I've used mostly little ones, so I've got most of these big ones left, and I've got 2 of the medium-sized ones because my hair's graduated. If you've, you know, just to remind you, it's sort of the longest bit is here, and then it gets shorter, so there's less hair around the back. I will turn round. I hope you can see, and oh, try and show you how the curlers are at the back. I don't think I've put them in terribly well, but I've had a go. So now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it another spritz of this. I don't know if it's going to help, I don't know if it's going to make things worse. And then I have got my, ta-da! I've got my hairdryer, and I'm going to dry my hair and I'm going to leave it for a bit to dry thoroughly, and then I'm going to come back to you and take these out and see what you think and see what I think. I'm quite impressed the way these stays in. They do feel quite secure, so that is good, and it's just so much easier not having to faff about with clips. Those clips that came with the rollers, the sort of clippy clips like that, they're really quite poor quality. The metal clips are okay, but you know, they're a faff. They're all right when you're doing this bit. When you're going around the back, I'm just a bit cack-handed, I think. So anyway, I'm going to do this and I'll come back to you in a bit. So the excitement. Okay, so it's quite a good spell of time since I put these in, so my hair should be completely dry. So I'm going to whip all these out. Very sticky. I don't know if that's my VO5 potion that I made. Right. well, seems to have done something. Now I did the best at getting these in and keeping them in. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But my biggest problem seems to be keeping the curls. I don't know if there's, apart from hairspray, which I did put on yesterday, like hair lacquer. Do they call it hair lacquer anymore? I don't really know. Last two to come out. Right. Oh. I got a mothball. When I was quite a small child, I got a mothball stuck up my nose. I don't know why I was playing with a mothball, I don't know. But I don't actually remember this. My mother used to tell me about it. God knows how they got it out. I think I had to go to hospital. I was just thinking about getting a hair roller stuck in up my nose, in my hair rather. Don't want a roller stuck up my nose. Even my nose isn't that big. Okay, so we got. Oh, my dogs are coming back. Sorry, one sec. So I don't know what the answer is for this. It's obviously missing a bit of curl here, so I put curlers either side, didn't I, of my parting? So that was a mistake. But yeah, it's just something's gone a bit wrong here. I don't know, it's just terrible. I mean, it's not, if you want your hair to look like this, it's not terrible, but I don't even know what I wanted. I just imagined it would be a more body, a fuller bodied version of my usual hairstyle, but this has kind of gone a bit haywire, hasn't it? So anyway, I think I'm a bit, I don't know what I expected really. I suppose the tutorials the tutorials I've watched have usually been either girls with long hair or, you know, ladies with long hair, and you can't really go far wrong with any sort of rolling with when you've got long hair, because it just sort of, you look all touzled, don't you? Or some of the ladies have had pixie cuts, just slightly longer, but you know, very short cuts at the side, and that looks nice. I've not seen too many with this length hair, but I think it's a combination of me perhaps just not putting I mean, look at me. Not putting them in the right place, or not putting enough. Well, I think I had a head full of rollers, so I don't know. Anyway, this is what it looks like with the Velcro rollers. Nothing wrong with the rollers. Don't think this technique is for me really. I think, so to sum up, with the three methods of styling my hair, and you know, just to be clear, these weren't new styles or different styles, it was just the kind of the style I wanted, that I normally have, but I just wanted a bit more body in it. But if I found a way of, you know, having curlier hair that looked pretty or, you know, suited me, that would have been a bonus, but I don't really think that's happened at all. I mean, when current husband came in last night and I had the Margaret Thatcher hairdo, he said it looked all right, but I don't think it did. I think he was just trying to, you know, when men aren't quite sure what to say, so they just say something's nice. So anyway, out of the three methods, so it was the fabulous ceramic heated rollers, which were £47 from Amazon. The Revlon, what was it? Revlon One Step Style Booster, which was from Argos, and I paid around £35, with all, still got some hair in it from yesterday. And from the comparing those two and the Velcro rollers, I think they all did a decent job of curling. I would say the easiest one by far for me to use was this one. This came a close second because they're easy to put in. You know, you don't have to fiddle about with clips or grips or anything. They do supply these clips, these crocodile clips with them, and I suppose some people might need to use them, but I didn't. Perhaps if you've got lots of hair or something, I don't really know. I would say, yeah, this is my winner, and I think I'm going to start using that and getting better at using it, because it's basically doing what I do on a, not a daily basis. I don't wash my hair every day, but using these two things instead of having those two. And this hairdryer, although it's a good hairdryer, it's quite heavy, and I would say this is far lighter than my brush and my hairdryer, so I'm going to try and get used to this, and maybe put some use the volume spray as well, and yeah, just see where that takes me. I might use the rollers again. I can't imagine ever wanting to to look like this, but yeah, I just think, I don't know. I don't even know what you do with it when it's like this. It's just, I suppose some people naturally have hair like this and they love it, but when you're used to having straight hair, I don't know if I could clip it maybe. I mean, maybe there'll be, at some point, there'll be a day where I think, oh, I just need, maybe if I just put these in the top of my hair to give it a bit of height at the top, maybe that might be a good use for these. I'm not entirely sure. So I'd be really interested. I don't want to carry on too long about this because I've got a horrible feeling this is going to be a long video. Obviously, if you do have started to watch this and you've got bored, you'll have flicked through anyway, but I think out of the three, this is probably my favourite. So I think that was, I don't know how long this will last, don't know how good it is in the long term, but fingers crossed, and I will use that next time I wash my hair and do a video, and you can see again, if I've got any better at using it. The heated rollers, I'm going to keep them. I mean, what else can I do with them? They're too good to just give away or to give to the charity shop or anything. Anyway, I don't think you can you give electrical stuff to the charity shops? Probably not. I know you didn't used to be able to, but anyway, I've got those, and I have got these. So I hope you've kind of enjoyed this video. It was quite difficult for me to make, really, because I'm not very good at these these sorts of videos, and I hope I haven't gone on too much, but I hope it's given you a bit of a laugh, because I think this certainly will. I've just got to wait for the curls to drop out now, or the waves. It's more wavy, isn't it, than curly, but you can't say it hasn't given my hair body. And I suspect, as I say, if I'd have put rollers there rather than just on this side of my parting, it might have worked a bit better, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you come back next time. Let me know what your comments are, and if you've got any good tips for anything that you use on your hair, and I will see you next time. So bye bye for now.